looking for the minutes. Well, the financial statement I sent out.
Oh, okay. I'll send it or I'll read it.
Bill, that's one thing. I haven't been getting emails from either general membership or EBOR.
And neither have I, Phil. Because Tracy thought I was lying, but no, I haven't been getting my.
I never said I thought you were lying.
I'm just kidding. Why are you getting so serious?
No.
Okay, I'll be serious.
Lying is a strong word to me.
And now we're about to start our meeting.
No, lying is a strong word.
Okay, I'm not going to joke with you today. Just because I've been in the gym with you. I'm in the gym with you. I can say anything. Oh no, that's all right. Y'all gotta understand me and Tracy.
But you ain't been in the gym.
See that, y'all? See how she do me? That's why I love her. That's my girl. So Phil, we're ready to go. We'll go ahead and start, everybody, and I will be serious. Thank you all for coming and giving up your beautiful Saturday. We got some information we need to share with you, but we will have it won't be a long meeting. A lot of our members are in DC with President Obama hanging out, I guess. I teased them the day they asked me, could they be excused? I told them to get on President Obama's personal jet and use Michelle's name, but don't tell them my last name, but it didn't work. So they're stuck in DC. So again, I trust everybody as well. I welcome you all here on this day that the Lord has given us. I appreciate your participation and your attendance today. As we begin, we of course will begin with prayer, and I will ask Sister Regina Hill, one of our chaplains, if you would lead us in prayer, please.
Okay, Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, as we come before you today, Father God, we come before you with grace and mercy. Father God, we thank you for this meeting that you have put together in the name of Jesus. And Father God, we thank you that it would be very constructive, very informational in the name of Jesus. I ask you, Father God, to bless everybody that sits on the board, our leaders, Father God, in the name of Jesus, for all the work that they do, Father God. I ask you to give them some grace and mercy in the name of Jesus. So we thank you for a successful and grateful meeting today. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you. Appreciate that so much. Yeah, we our sisters Tracy, got Tracy on my mind. Our sisters Latanya Phipps and Pam Smith had birthdays last week, so we wish them happy birthdays. Anybody birthday this week or is coming up before June? Okay. Well, we wish you a happy birthday as well.
My birthday was May 9th.
Oh, so you didn't tell anybody, man. I was giving away $100 bills on May 9th. You missed it. Happy birthday, my brother. And you know we want you to have more than anything in the world, another birthday. So happy birthday. God bless you.
Thank you.
And of course, we extended our wonderful congratulations and love and respect to all of our mothers here on this board. So from all the men of CBTU, we say happy Mother's Day to all of you. We respect you all so much. That is real, very real. Right now, we'll move for the approval of the agenda. The agenda is the same agenda we always have. You should have received it. If not, I will quickly read it. It's called the order invocation, approval of the agenda, minutes, correspondence, financial report, committee reports, president report, old business, new business, good and welfare, and announcements and adjournment. I would entertain a motion to accept the agenda as read.
So move.
And move by Ricardo. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Thank you, Andela. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None have. Thank you. Next up will be the minutes with Tracy. Tracy?
Okay, this is the minutes for April 2022 from April 1st to April 30th. In Comerica Bank, we had a beginning balance of $6,408.
Give me, Trace. I was calling for the minute. I was asking about the minutes for you doing the financial.
Oh, the minutes. I thought you said.
That's fine. That's fine. Just point of clarification. We're doing the.
I was jumping the gun.
Financial report. Continue. I want to make sure we distinguish the financial report. So at this time, Tracy will give the financial report in lieu of Tawana being here. Thank you, Tracy.
Okay, we'll start this over again. April 1st to April 30th financial statement. In Comerica Bank, we have a beginning balance of $6,408.79. We had accounts payable of $2,172.54. No, these were accounts receivable of $2,172.54. They made up of Cash App for membership dues, some more Cash App for membership uniform shirts, membership dues, and membership dues paid as credit card payments. Our accounts payables was $3,695.26, which leaves us at Comerica Bank a balance of $4,886.07. Now at First Independence Bank, we had a beginning balance of $6,728.48. We had no receivables and no payables, which leaves us with a balance of $6,728.48, which gives CBTU Detroit chapter our balance of $11,614.55.
Thank you, Tracy.
That's it.
Are there any questions for Tracy? Okay, I would like to add a point of information. We have already contacted the region to, they were supposed to have done this a year ago, transfer the funds that we have had into their own separate bank account, which has caused confusion in our bank account. So we're going to get that taken care of, and it should be done by July. Again, making sure all the funds that we have, we've been holding for them, so we're going to their account, and they will control their account. We will have nothing to do with it. Okay. Again, there are no questions. I will entertain a motion to accept the report as
Make a
presented by
motion to
Tracy.
accept the financial report.
Thank you, Calvin. Is there a second?
Second.
It is second by Oscar. Thank you so much. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? None. Thank you so much. Next up would be the minutes by Tracy Dye.
Hopefully everybody did receive their copy.
No.
No.
And Della, check your old email account.
I can't even get in there.
That's why you haven't received it.
Right.
And that's the thing, if you all change your email accounts, you gotta let us know.
I thought I did. I apologize for my doing. I
No
thought I
problem.
sent you that
Yeah, no
information.
problem. But I've notified Phil.
Thank you.
Everybody, it's a constant thing we're doing. The people we get to, as you know, when we ask people to fill things out, they put one letter wrong. They won't get it. We just found out one guy was put on in Bagland and it's really Ragland. So, I mean, we don't know. So all those things, you know, everybody won't beat up on Phil and Tracy, but no, they're doing an incredible job dealing with this. And
Another thing, when you're filling out stuff, especially like email addresses, you have to write very clear. In my new job, I get email addresses 30 times a day. And it's amazing how many times I have to call people to be able to decipher what they wrote, because they're so used to writing a certain way, but I can't necessarily read your writing. E's look like threes, look, you know, so just be a little clearer.
Yeah, like the example I just used, I went on to I remember what I got to talk to you about it. I went on to the CBTU site to look at our, I remember we got a lot of great new members, and there were a lot of wrong, they crossed them out. They had a lot of wrong emails, you know, so like Tracy's saying, there's nothing she can do or Phil can do. They had the wrong email. So let's be mindful of that. And we're still working on everybody. If you're not getting those emails, make a phone call or text to Tracy, Phil, or myself, and let us know so we can try to correct them. Thank you.
And just for clarification, there is no bounce emails on the system, so they're going out. So I'm not sure what's happening on the other end. Because normally I would have emails that are been blocked because they've been bounced back. I just checked 220 for this meeting and 48 for the e-board.
And like Phil said, because he was telling me, you know, getting a lot of money. And guess what? My CBTU email is working now, Phil. So I don't ask me. So that's how it goes. Any other questions on the minutes? Any questions on the minutes? I hope everybody had a chance to look at them. Hearing none, we'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes presented.
So moved.
Thank you. Second by Vince. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you so much. Next up will be committee reports. I'm looking to see who is here. And I don't see any of the committee members here. Are there any committee report? Any committee reports? May have missed one. I will ask Tony if you can make a report and give us an update on the polo uniform shirts.
Thank you, Mike. I'm still taking orders. So anybody that got any orders, I know we need to get them on there. I think we're all the way up to about 42 shirts or 43 shirts total. So I am still taking orders. So anybody want to send me their information, or if they need information, just email me at tonyrich@uaw600.org. Or either you can text me at 313-605-1006, and we can take it from there. All right.
And Tony, I would ask you if you could put that in the chat as well.
I know
Okay.
that's right.
Thank you, sir.
All right. I'll make sure I do that. All right.
Any questions for Tony? Any questions for Tony? That's the membership.
Sorry I'm late. This is Chrissy.
No, you're fine, dear. We would never know you was late. You hadn't said anything.
No, we didn't. We're gonna make sure now we know.
And now that you walked in, Chrissy, can you give us a report about ETAP? Excuse me. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Tony, will you finish? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm finished.
Okay. Any
Hey,
questions?
yeah, I'll wait for opening. I will wait for old and new business.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. But any questions for Tony on the polo uniform shirt?
What's the drop dead date for getting what you'd order a shirt?
That's going to be ongoing.
Well,
I mean, I'm
this
speaking
is
in.
an ongoing shirt. So
I understand that, but I'm talking about my reference is in time for the conference.
No, that's gone.
Okay.
That was gone August 8th, April 8th.
yeah, it has expired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what happened? There was just for everybody's edification. I don't want to drown Tony in this. When he came in, all this confusion already occurred. The way that our committee has set it up, we were getting the executive council's polo shirts for the convention only. They were the only ones who polo were for the convention, because we thought if we put it out there for everybody else, it'd be another cost, and the polo shirts are like $50 on up. So we just made it for the executive committee only. We roll it out, explain to everybody, and show the brand. Well, unfortunately, people did not follow. People do not read. And our committee sent out detailed instructions, our plan, and they did not follow. As a matter of fact, our committee got hijacked, but that's a whole other story. And so there are people sending in different things and overwhelmed our vendor because he didn't know what the hell was going on because it wasn't coming through the committee. So important, and you all know this as leaders, when you're doing things, you need to be orderly and need to communicate with each other. And that did not happen. So Phil, the deadline was April 8th for anyone to receive it for the convention. Again, that was supposed to be specifically for leadership. It got out of whack, and some people are. I had a guy from the executive council ask me for a shirt last Monday. Bro, you're not gonna have one. So, long story short, so everybody understand that you're at the convention, you don't have your polo. It's not because of something you did or the committee did. A ball of confusion. That's why we don't have those. But again, what Tony is saying, this is ongoing, everybody. It's not just because of the convention. We'll be ordering these shirts in perpetuity until we decide to get another shirt. Any other questions on the polo? Thank you. Seeing I'm looking to see, I don't see it.
We got a question.
Yes, sir.
We have a picture of the polo. I'm sure that I missed it. Just somewhere I can go look at it. That's fine.
Yes, sir. I'll send it.
Okay.
I'll send it again to you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, sir. And Vince, the only problem is they didn't have your size.
I figured that, but I'll get one made if I see what it looked like.
Yeah. I was gonna say because that's one of the questions I asked for. I told them I had some big boys in my chapter, and they
It's
were
custom.
like, sorry. They do have special orders. They do, Vince, but they said what they told us when we first started doing this that we had to have a certain number for them to do the special orders.
Right. No problem.
Just like one. Okay, but we're working on that.
But I'm used to being left out,
No. They got Vince.
All right,
Thank you.
we're gonna send you a hug.
Any other committee reports? I'm looking to see if anybody here. No one is here. Okay, with that, then I will, before I do my report, well, I guess I can go ahead and do my report. Frank is here. We'll have him report on the region and as well as the conventions and things that just come up. Be mindful. So with that, I'll present my report to the organization. The convention is 12 days away. And again, I'd like to do a roll call right now of those of you on this call who are going. So let's go one by one. Andela,
No.
Phil,
Yeah.
Vince,
You said Vince?
yes.
Yes.
You-
Vince is going. Vince is going.
Frank, of course, yes. Tony, yes. Adam,
No.
Anthony,
No.
Oscar,
No.
Regina,
No.
Bobby,
No.
Ricardo,
No.
Juanita,
No.
Chrissy, you know, you going Chrissy.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Did I miss anyone? Did I miss anyone? Okay. So it's important to know because we've got some things going on out there. We want to make sure that you get, as well as there'll be a package for me that you will receive. Again, 12 days away from the convention. Although there are some mixed emotions of my committee with the staff, they have been, the national staff has been doing an incredible job. And those who've done these kind of things before, planning a large event with so many movable parts, man, it's a job. So that we need to give them praise for pulling it off. Again, as I said before, California has rescinded its mask mandates. However, I am strongly, and one more, strongly asking our members to consider wearing their masks. I will be wearing my mask. The spike around the country has increased. As a matter of fact, I got the phone 30 minutes ago, my cousin, she now has COVID. She got it on Mother's Day. So please, everybody, this thing is still out here. Protect yourselves, mask up, and please, if you not have vaccination, do so. If you do not have a vaccination, you will not be allowed to come to the convention. And the reason y'all heard me say it 10,000 times, I want to say it again, because I had somebody 2 weeks ago say, I don't have a vaccination. They already bought tickets. I said, look, you got to have a second one. If you don't have it, they will not let you in. So you must have it. So I will make sure everybody can't say that we didn't tell them. I've told you about the schedule before. The Carol Anderson classes on Tuesday. I will be attending those classes, all-day classes, but every time I've gone, I've come out much more intelligent man. The teachers are incredible. There's the executive council meeting happening on Wednesday, retiree convention meeting with our brother Dave Claxton heading that up, the under 40 committees, and you can go through the schedule and look at all the things that are coming up, and they'll be happening that day. They're also going to have a first-time attendees reception as well. The CBTU National Scholarships, everything is all in. Deadline was way back in April, and they're going to be giving up to $2,000 scholarship. The Addie Wyatt Award, our chapter nominated Peaches Anderson the last time. They suspended the award, and it is back up this time. And y'all pray that Peaches win. She deserves that recognition, and hope that she does receive it at the convention. CBTU social events out in California. At this time, again, there is no official social event. LA chapter is still putting feelers out there. They may have something. There will be a dinner the last day on that Sunday, and probably a dance after that, but no official social events in that level. There will be a wine taste or something. I was blessed to get a suite free, and providing that for Region 7 reception only. I'm going to invite my committee members working on the polo uniforms. I know Frank probably invite some of his people on his committee. But other than that, just Region 7 people. So I'm donating $100, probably be more than that. And I've asked the our executive board to donate whatever they want to donate or can donate, as well as I've asked Frank and the other presidents and their executive board. So basically what we'll just have everybody is just some wine and finger food. We do the same thing we've done at other hotels. We have to get it in. We'll buy something from the hotel and do our thing, make that happen. Also, if people want to bring their own they can. Angela Powell's been put in charge of the music. It will be on that Thursday. I don't have the suite room number, but you'll get that in the package for those who go. So again, we've been blessed with a suite, and be a chance for us just to fellowship and just chill out. They're beautiful rooms. So looking forward to that. We got blessed with that. The CBTU chapter reports. Initial came up, been about 10 days now. Frank and I were at the Region 7 meeting, and he told me that he was told that Detroit had not submitted a report for the convention book, that only Canton. And I was very incensed because I sent out about 5 reports, but 3 specifically I had sent in a row electronically and hard Word document. And like I said, I was shocked because I had turned in over 3 or more reports. I even turned in the same report to the national membership. On the Vegas trip that we went, Frank was on the political committee, I was on the branding communications committee. There was another committee called membership. So that membership committee asked all the presidents to submit their reports to see what we were doing. When I submitted that report, before I did, I called them and said, hey, it's the same report. I had nothing new. Do you want me to submit the same report? They said, yeah, submit it electronically. You'll understand when I'm telling you this story. So then they sent a request saying that they had not received reports from the chapters. I called and spoke with them again. I said, hey, I sent my reports. Well, you know, Mike, don't worry about it. We got yours. Yours is good. It's okay. That's what I was told that. Then I got another note saying they didn't have a report. I called them again. I said, what do you need me to do? Do you need me to make it a narrative? Do you need me to make bullet points? I thought maybe my report was too long or wasn't good enough. No, you're fine. We're talking about the other people. And then they dropped the hammer saying that we wouldn't be in the convention book. And they told Frank, they didn't tell me that. So I immediately called them and they said, oh, we don't have you. You're not going to be in the book, yada, yada, yada. I said, I had the emails I sent you. I have all of them. And I sent them to them again because they didn't know where they were. And then the people I talked to, oh, yeah, that's right. Because I asked them the same question I just told you, and all they responded back to me was thanks. So at this time, I've been told we will be in the convention book because it was supposed to be past the deadline, yada, 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 yada. But I don't know. I just want to let you know what happened with that process. It was messy, and I was not happy. The emails were found, and it should be included in the book. I've spoken with a leadership from different unions around the Tri-County area to help get our members to go. A lot of our members were getting pushed back, and I can talk about it publicly now that I intervened in some cases about the importance of sending members to the convention. I am encouraging everyone to say they're going, and all CBTU members, as we did, Frank will talk about it during the Region 7 meeting, to write a report, something we've been saying for years, and to make that report when you go back to your local. The pushback from a lot of local officials was, the only time we know about CBTU is when y'all come ask for money for a trip. The other thing that hurt us is people who will sign up for CBTU, go on a trip. We never see them until the trip, and then we never see them again after the trip. And that caused some dissension in some locals because they were saying, hey, y'all sending Michael, and Michael, he just joined CBTU last week. So all those kind of things, for whatever reason, is attracted to our name. Other organizations that send people and have trips, they don't have this. All of a sudden, what does CBTU do? What is CBTU? It's a Black organization? No, we're a labor organization, but we got to fight that battle. But there are ways we can do that. And I'm going to talk about it at our regional meeting. I want to share with you some of that we begin doing events at different locals. And I'll be coming to you with a rollout plan. We'll sit down with the executive board and some people head of that committee. We got some great ideas. But we want you at your local to spearhead it. For example, it may be the trunk or treat. When your organization, your local does a trunk or treat, have some CBTU members who are part of that local, help them out, wear our Black shirts, and say, see a presence. Or when we're giving away food, get up in your meeting, say, hey, Detroit's giving away free food on this date. Tell your mama, tell your cousins, your neighbors who need food to come, and you can come help us too. So we want to do that, let them know what we're doing verbally, as well as what we do, other ways of communicating the activities of CBTU. We are going to end this. I don't know nothing about CBTU, what y'all doing stuff, because we out there. That's just another excuse they will use. And the other thing that really made me angry, but I got it together, is that they were telling our members, well, you pay for your airfare and I'll do this. You pay for your hotel room. No, you don't do that to other organizations. You're not going to do it to us. If you're going to send our people, you send them. If you're not, it's fine, you're not. Yes, some may get lost time, some may don't, but you're not gonna bastardize the process with CBTU. You know, I'm tired of Black folks, you know, getting the second hand of it. So me personally, if they offered me something like that, I wouldn't even go. I wouldn't even consider going. And we are not gonna be disrespected. We do too much. We have been doing this for a long time. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little pissed. All these things coming at me at the last minute. So again, we're asking everybody that goes to the convention to please submit that report, submit that written report to Tracy as well, so we can have it in our files and for our archive. So if somebody should say something, we're going to ask you to make a report when you come back. I'm writing a report. Everybody's writing a report. Frank writing a report. So we were asking everybody that goes there to write the report. Make sure that your local and your members, besides when you tell them thank you for sending you, they hear the report of what you did. We're also going to have an app. I believe Dana came up with, Frank came up with it, but we're going to have an app for communicating at the convention. So we're asking people to download that app when we're going to the convention. That way, when Frank gives us instructions about voting, or we need to be at a location, or if I need to contact you and let you know about something, we'll have that instantaneous information. It's also good for safety, that we can keep track of each other. I know that where so-and-so or something happened, you know, you hit that app and do a communication. So that's a new tool that we have in our quiver. I'm really happy with that. Tiffany Bush sent out an excellent piece of information that will be part of our package, the Detroit package, telling you, you know, how to wear things. Like, for example, wear loose fitting clothing, drink water, you know, be hydrated, wear flat shoes, especially people who have never been at a convention before. Those who have not been at a CBTU convention, you'll be sitting for a long time. And they still have not figured out how to break it up, in my opinion, how to break it up where people can be more focused. But we will be sitting a long, long time. So just be aware of that. So we'll have that information to help you deal with that. Enough of the convention. Next meeting location, will be the change. The first time we will meet in public, a person, will be at the Vote Center in July. Committee is working on that. Again, as we discussed, it's going to be like a hot dog, hamburger kind of tailgating kind of situation. It'll be a business meeting, but we're going to have some fun. We have some very, very special guests coming. I can't announce that yet for security reasons, but we have some special guests coming. We're also going to have a new members reception where we're going to honor our new members. We're going to announce who won the contest. And we're asking you not to tell everybody, because it's just for Detroit members only, unless you're bringing somebody as a guest to recruit them for CBTU, because we know we're limited with the food and with the space and parking we have in that area. So we want to make sure our members are comfortable and we have a good time. We're also going to present the Arnold Miller Award. Anthony will be making that presentation to the person who will be succeeding him. So looking forward to having a lot of fun with that. Then after the meeting, we're going to stay and dance and eat and drink bottled water. And it should be fun. On our membership drive, everybody, we're going to ask you to help us out. There's a Young Workers Convention coming up. I know Tanya and I, when we had the other conventions, and I thank Phil and his team for letting us come up there and sign people up. We want to do the same thing at the Young Workers Conference. So we're going to need some volunteers because y'all, I'm getting burnt out. Need some help. So we'll be sending that out once we get confirmation. The people to come up there, and you basically be sitting at a table telling people about the good things and the benefits of being a member of the Detroit chapter of CBTU. And then we also tell them you can't be in Detroit, go to Canton, go to Lansing, go to Flint, go somewhere, but become a member of CBTU. So we're gonna need you for that. And Sandor Duncan, our under 40 committee chair, will be leading that up. Detroit CBTU's dues payment. If you have not paid your dues, I ain't gonna put you on Front Street. Please pay your dues. Contact Tracy. You know, she ain't gonna tell nobody, but we need you to pay those dues because we have to send money to the national. And we want to get that taken care of. And of course, we need funds for our organization as well. Vince, I'll get to you as soon as I finish bro, I'll come to you, Vince. I see your hand up. I said, I'll come to you soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm almost there. So please, if you've not sent your dues, contact Tracy. I hope everyone has received your membership card from National. If you have not, please contact Tracy and let her know. Okay, she is our membership chair. So please let her know what's going on. She can't help you if she doesn't know there's an issue. Again, the contest is still heating up. You still got time. Right now, Gary Grant is still in the lead. You still got time to beat him. Remember, it's $100 from the president's pocket, $50 for the president's pocket, or your membership paid for the next year. And the third prize is a book, The New Jim Crow. So you still have a chance to win one of those things. Bring in some people, bring in 10 people, get that money, y'all. Come on, get that money. Again, we're gonna announce the winner in July. The National CBT uniforms, we talked about it. Please contact Tony if you got any questions or you're ready to order. Something new's coming up, and I'm gonna have him talk about it in the new business. I've asked Oscar Brown to head up, represent CBTU for the Soul Day event. Those of you who are seasoned veterans remember Soul Day, but we're gonna have a different spin on it. I'm asking Oscar and I'm gonna ask Sandor and put him to work to bring our young people so they can understand what Soul Day was about. And CBTU will be donating money, but we can, with our excellent planners that we have here, again, branding us, putting our name on the banners and being a presence there, having a table, signing people up and having fun on Soul Day. So Oscar's gonna represent us along with Sandor Duncan, to get our young people involved and learn about the history or even why we had a Soul Day. TULC Fish Fry, thank you everybody for supporting. It was well attended by CBTU members, and I thank you guys for doing that. Again, we're not in this battle alone. Fundraising, if any ideas about fundraising, we have some unique things coming up. Angela Powell and her team are working with Denise and Pam. You guys are gonna love it. We're gonna be doing, not going into a lot of detail, but we're gonna be doing a comedy show. Fundraising. So that's coming up, everybody, very, very quickly, and you'll be getting information about that. But if you have some fundraising ideas, please contact Denise and Pam and let them know, and then you can work on it too. But we got some other things in the hopper that we will talk about as we go along. But fundraising is going to be key. We're going to have a lot of fun at that comedy show. It's going to be great. And also, everybody talking about, and I'm still working on the details. Pam Powell and I have been talking about it. If just to do a fun CBT not a fundraiser, but a get together. We all go. I want us to go see the Malcolm X opera that's happening right now, but maybe go see a play. Maybe we just go to Belle Isle and eat some hot dogs. I don't know, but just something we can just socialize and not talk about business, but have a good time. Go see the Tigers and they might win. We can go local to Sundays event, but let's just do something, socialize, have some fun. The NAACP Labor Luncheon. Thank you everybody who answered the call from your president to come. CBTU Detroit, which I did, showed up, showed out, and y'all looking good. I want to thank all of y'all. I talked to Chris. We'll be doing an interview with Chris Smalls in the near future. Also, some point of information you may not know, CBTU, and one of the questions we had as my committee about branding, are we relevant? Do we really need CBTU? For those of you who may or may not know, when Chris first started, the organization that helped him and guided him was CBTU in New York with Charles Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
We are relevant. And then also they did a radio program a couple of weeks, about 14 days ago, with Bill Lucy, Chris Smalls, and all of the other young men and women who organized this new union. And it was a wonderful, and Charles was part of that as well. It was a wonderful conversation. And what I really was excited about, Bill Lucy was talking to these young people about organizing. Because one of the things that Bill said was, okay, you got to organize, you got to vote. Now you got to get a good contract. Now the real work begins. And they were like, oh, we didn't think about that part. So it was just wonderful. And then Bill called me after it was over, asked me what I thought about it. And I said, man, that was the highlight for me, for you educating those young people. So announce it here, and y'all pray on it, hope that it happens. Charles and I talked to President Melvin, and we're asking him to have Chris as a guest at the convention to tell everybody, how they did it, because it was unique, the things that they did in terms of organizing, and also CBTU's role in helping them sustain that momentum in order for them to win. And by the way, Starbucks was just organized. So we as union folk, regardless of UAW, whatever, we need to ride this wave, because people are coming back to the union. because it's needed, and we need politically, and financially, we need to ride this wave. So again, hopefully, Chris is going to be on our PAW program, Political Action Workshop program, as well as hopefully he'll be at the convention, and that would be a wonderful thing to see. So again, I want to thank Andela White, Pam Powell, Kevin Tolbert, Tanya Phillips, Anthony Thomas, Odin Wyatt, Frank Woods, Tanya, and Denise for supporting Chris Smalls at the Labor Luncheon by Freedom Institute. It was really a great day, and they were looking good, y'all. Y'all saw the pictures. Denise Jennings and Mr. Cobb represented us at the NAACP dinner. I had a chance to go. I was blessed with a ticket, and I saw a lot of our good friends there. It was a really, really nice event there. Again, everybody was looking good. Ghana is going to send, Di is going to send us a thank you letter for the donation that we made to their women's event. She'll be sending that forthcoming. I saw her last night at another event. I think it was South Oakland County Democrats or something like that. So it was great. Paul broadcast upcoming. Tanya Ray and I will be doing not a debate, but / interviews with all of the congressional candidates. So many of them running, we're going to split it up. But we had those, we're producing that, we're in the works of doing that as well. So that should be interesting. Just so you know, so you won't think I'm embarrassing our organization, I am going to really question Sheree Canadar about his running. So just I ain't playing with that man. He is truly a carpetbagger. And I told you about Chris Small's interview. Again, I want to thank everybody. The forces of evil, and we'll read this to you, are getting bolder and trying to take away our rights in pursuit to happiness. We are not big enough nor strong enough to take our eyes off the prize. The voting suppression mechanisms have not gone away. Abortion rights are just a tip of the iceberg. They can succeed in that takeaway game. Think about all the other things they can take away using the Supreme Court. Their resolve is getting stronger. Ours have to be even more strong. And that concludes my report. Vince, you had a question? Any others? Vince?
No, I was just wanted to, I didn't realize it was in the middle of your report process. No, anyway, but I was just wanted to just reinforce that for years I've been standing up at my union meeting, general membership meeting, when I come back from the conference and give a report for it to go on the record there. And that has always been a positive thing that has worked. So I just wanted to just give my 2 cents at how important I think that is, to do that. That's all.
And thank you. And that's the other thing. And I think Frank may echo this when he talks about it, because Frank had to deal with this mess. People use anything for an excuse not to support it. I won't, Phil, I'm not going to bring you into it verbally, but Phil used to catch hell with his local. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, so we asked you last year, he asked you this year, what do you mean you don't know what you're talking about? So they use those fake excuses, but we're just not going to take it anymore. And they're going to respect us. And I'm saying that, standing up for our organization. Thank you, Vince. Any other questions or comments on the president's report? Hearing none, I'm sorry, go ahead, Phil.
Motion is set.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
Second.
There's been motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. None. Next up, I'm going to ask our regional representative, Mr. Frank Woods, to give a report on the Region 7 meeting we just had and any other things he'd like to share with us. Frank?
He said he was not talking today because
he's at another meeting.
Oh, he's in a meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. Well, briefly, just what most of it, again, was about the convention. There will be in the Region 7 election upcoming before the end of the year by CBTU national rules. Region 7 has not set up a date for that yet, but they are going to have another meeting in the fall, which may or may not be related to the election. That's what we talked about. Many of the things I covered, the highlights would be the app that we have, also the financials, to make sure we, get that straight. Flint. They are still working Flint. Sadly, some people who were in position to be president of that organization were told or cannot do it now because of their jobs. So Frank is still the acting president / administrator. So we're still working on that. We haven't given that up. And anybody wants to help him with that organization, ML at the meeting offered to help because Emil had done that before. Him and Dave and Frank had worked on that. But we're trying to keep the region strong. We're currently, oh yeah, by the way, Sonia, who is the president of the Lansing chapter, she was not able to go. She has now been approved to go. Again, to give you that whole thing about we don't know about CBTU. When she asked people who are higher up for her to go, and they had titles, I won't go into the titles, but they have powerful titles, they were claiming they didn't know anything about it. And I said, wait a minute, the president of UAW sent a letter out supporting it. The Region 1 director sent out a letter. The Region 1A director, what do you mean this person doesn't know? So people talk to her in the background and to certain people. So now she will be able to attend, although, you know, it's the last minute and so forth and so on. But those are the kind of things that we're up against because people perceive us as a Black organization. But she will be in attendance. I think she's the only person from Lansing coming. But my point is, and I think Frank will echo this, we want to get the region strong, keep it strong. Juanita remembers our battle with Terry and National when they tried to dismantle our region, and which is crazy because we have more people than anybody. But we want to be able to defend ourselves if that ever should happen again by having the numbers. So again, if you can assist Frank with that or have some ideas to share with him, please do so. And I think that was the basis of.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Do National ever gives us a financial statement of what's going on in the National?
Yes, I attend a meeting, I'm gonna say quarterly. Sometimes it's even more if something comes up and we get a report. I wasn't at the meeting, I was doing the play and I submitted that and people were supposed to read it, didn't read it. They were supposed to read it, y'all. But if you would like me to share that with you, you can. It should be, and I don't know for sure, though it should be on the National's website.
Really?
But if the yeah, I said should be because the nonprofit you have to expose your finances. But if the body wants me to present that, I won't read it, but I will present that. I will tell you the last time I did talk about it with you, I was shocked at the financial problems the National has. What I found out, everyone, because I had never done the national stuff like I'm doing now, and they working the heck out of me. And I'm not saying because it's us. We are an incredible chapter, man. We are an incredible region. Y'all would be shocked to see what the people do not do. Some of them don't even have meetings. Some of them don't even send the money in. And I'm like, wait a minute, they don't send the money in. And Michael, they don't send the money in. You know, like I said, we was in Vegas and Dana and Frank and I was talking about, and Cassandra were talking about our region and our different chapters. They were shocked. They were, y'all do this, y'all do that. And I say, that's just 2 weeks of work. I mean, and I'm not kidding y'all. What we do in a month, they do in a year. Some of them. So they are financially, National is challenged. So a lot of times we hear Tracy saying, hey, send your dues in, or me talking about send your dues in so we can send the money, because the dues we collect, we have to send a portion of that to National, and they need it. And I don't want to make it up, they don't know what they're doing, because they have different funds. Like they have a political action fund that they don't touch, and it's very healthy, but some other funds are not, you know. And I don't know all the ins and outs of it. We have a new treasurer face who's a wonderful sister. And I can start asking her some questions if you guys have some questions that you want me to ask.
Just like at convention, when they collect money at the end, where does the money go? I never see in the statement for the many decades I've been a member. So
you said collecting money at the end? I'm not following.
On Sunday.
Oh, Sunday thing. And I don't know. That goes to the preacher or the choir. I don't know. I can ask.
There's a lot of questions I need to know. I never get, you know.
If you can do this for me, if you have those kind of financial questions, can you email them to me?
Not a problem.
I won't screw them up, and I'll ask.
Not a problem.
You know one thing, I ain't got no problem.
Hey,
I'll ask. All right.
I am, you know. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Any other comments? Frank won't be able to speak. I think I covered everything. Phil, you were at the meeting, at the Region 7 meeting, weren't you?
No.
Phil, weren't you at the Region 7 meeting?
No, I was late.
You was late. Was anybody else there? I want to make sure that Tracy, did I miss anything?
No, I think you went over just about everything. Yeah, it was mainly about the convention.
Yeah.
the do's and don'ts.
Oh, thank you, Tracy. Good don't. I don't think I mentioned in my report, and I had it written down. See how much I read my own stuff. We are asking everybody to please not post on social media during convention hours. That's another kiss of death for us. The people be back home saying, look, they're partying and it's 11 o'clock. They should be in the meeting. Okay. They may not know that happened the day before. And of course, at this time, we have a 3-hour time difference, but we're asking everybody to not post on social media pictures of yourself and drinking beer in Cancun or something. I mean, we really want to be mindful. And the other part, Frank discussed, and I concur totally. We all agree, that Dana, Frank, myself, and Sonia, is the imagery of CBTU and the imagery of Region 7. When we go out there as a region, we're gonna go out there tough. We're gonna go out there strong. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have our business. You know, we Detroit. We know what to do. But we also know how to take care of business, and that's what we're going to do. When they see Detroit coming, they know we ain't messing around. So there's some issues that are going to be coming up in terms of voting. Some of them I can't go into right now. I talk to Frank, let him make that call. But there are some things coming up, how they're treating the UAW. So again, imagery, the way we carry ourselves will be important. We're asking people to go to class. I will be monitoring classes. I ain't telling nobody, but I'm your president. I will be monitoring classes because local leaders have said, I want to know who's in class. I want to know who went to do what and all of that. We told them, yes, we will provide you that information, but we're asking you ahead of time. I told the story 1,000 times, and Phil knows and Pam knows. Phil, Pam, and myself, it was afternoon time. We were the only people in class. Phil and I and Pam switched classrooms so that we could get the information and bring it back. That will never happen again. Also, on Friday, we're going to have a regional meeting at 7 o'clock sharp. Frank and the team have some things they wanted to share, some things we're going to talk about. So that's important as well. If you think about playing golf on that day, do not. If you're a UAW member, do not. That's the other thing. The feds are looking at us. People who are going to this convention are using union dues money. They are looking at us. So that's another reason why we have to represent the UAW, our other locals and other unions, and the CBT Detroit chapter and Region 7. And I don't think that we plan or being overly dramatic. We're using union dues to send people to this convention. And believe me, they would love to say it's another boondoggle. Tracy,
Hey,
let me go to Tracy. I'll come right back to you, Anthony. Tracy had her hand up. I'll come right back to you, Anthony. Go ahead, Tracy.
No, I was just a reminder from the meeting that they said your blue and yellow shirt that we had from the last convention, please bring that one. And so you can wear it on one of the other days. So you'll have 2 shirts in your rotation for that convention.
So for Friday, you're talking about, right, Tracy?
I'm not sure what day you all said.
Yeah, on Friday, those of you attending, Frank says to wear your, we call it a tiger shirt, the blue one with the orange. Wear that one on Friday. And like Tracy said, if you have other paraphernalia, of course, wear what you want to wear. The black polo, if you get it there, that will be worn on opening day, which is Thursday. Also, you want to wear black pants and black shoes. That's the uniform. So again, Thursday, if you have it, the black polo uniform, black pants, black shoes. On Friday at our regional meeting, if you have it, wear the tiger one, if not anything with CBTU on it, CBTU Detroit, what have you. But Frank wants us to, if we can, to wear the orange one. Thank you, Tracy. Anthony?
Also, I just wanted to touch base on what we talked about also at the region meeting. We talked about how when the unions send you places or whatever, you need to come back with a report. Or even if they don't send you, you need to come back when we come back from these conventions, you need to have a report and make out a report of what happened and what's going on with the convention. You need to go back to your respective locals or whatever that you represent and bring that up so they can know what we're doing and know that we're down there meaning business.
Thank you, Anthony. And another adding to that, guys, I will be sending a personal letter to all local leaders who have sent people, thanking them on behalf of the Detroit CBTU chapter. Any other comments? Any other comments? Hearing none, we will, did we already take the vote to accept the president's report? Yeah, we're on Frank stuff, okay. So next up is any old business,
Michael,
Yes, sir.
yeah, I just want to bring up something in old business. I know in the past, CBTU supported Northwestern High School in changing the name back to the original name instead of Detroit Collegiate Prep at Northwestern. And I just want to make a report and just want to say thank you for everybody's support. And we had a alumni meeting this morning and was blessed with president of the school board, Angela Mayberry and Angie, and she said that everything was official, that they changing this coming school year. The school's going to be called back to its original name, Northwestern High School. And also want to thank everybody for their support and how us working together in the community, how can make things happen. And yet I want to thank everyone personally.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for what you do, Oscar. Thank you, my brother. Any other old business? Any new business? Vince.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Oscar. I thought you were finished. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I had to say something on the new business.
Oh, okay. Let me go to Vince. I'll come back.
You mentioned it in your report.
Yeah, let me go to Vince, and then I'll come right back to you, Oscar. Go ahead, Vince.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if you're going to the convention or if you know someone that's going, President, you asked us to sign up for different committees.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that was a while ago. I got my first phone call this past Wednesday from the National Sergeant at Arms thing, Ron, and it was pretty much just saying it's going. So it really was nothing that they don't sound like they want to do different or anything. It's not a complaint. It's just a comment. But I'm just going to say that if you're going, we need volunteers. So if you know someone that's going, we always need volunteers for Sergeant at Arms. So I don't know how to formally put that out.
Yeah, I put it out a couple of times, Vince, and I sent names in. Red is going to be a Sergeant at Arms as well. But as Vince said, if you want to do volunteer for anything, and I'm gonna have Chris after Oscar speaks, I want Christy to speak on this as well. If you're gonna volunteer for anything, please send me an email quickly as you can. Let me know. Oh, we need volunteers for a hospitality suite. Help pass out that cheese and wine. Please send that to me, and I'll pass it on to National. I'm gonna go to Oscar, and then thank you, Vince, and thank you for serving as the Sergeant at Arms, my brother. I'm going to go to Oscar, and then I'm going to go to Chrissy, please. Go ahead, Oscar.
And Michael mentioned it in his president report. He mentioned a little bit about Soul Day. And me and Michael had a discussion today. It seemed like every time I want to go out, I'll be pulled back in. And like I said, with this one is very special. And it's a blessing. It's like about Soul Day. And I know a few of y'all probably know about Soul Day, a lot of you individuals that's more mature than I am. It was started by a fellow by the name of Clarence Pee Wee Harris, and it was always on Northwestern Field. One thing a lot of people didn't know, Mr. Harris did not graduate from Northwestern High School. And like I said, this was a major event. I think it lasted, somebody said it was like the whole weekend. They had a lot of like entertainment and a whole bunch of just
top entertainment.
Yes.
And so now they trying to get that back again. And I mentioned about that, said that so CBTU to be more involved because it was more about Black awareness and in the community. And so Michael told me to talk with Keith Williams. He's like, because right before Mr. Harris passed away in 2020 that they had restarted Soul Day in 2019, and he passed the torch over to Keith Williams. And so now Keith taking it, and so I said that so CBTU to have a table. Michael mentioned about money. Like I said, and I think APRI, they had a table there. And like I said, if it get to the point of money, it's okay. But I think it just more of like participation, let the community know about us. And then also they getting ready, they gonna have a Clarence Pee Wee Harris Award.
Oh, wow.
The community, because he did a lot of stuff in the community. And when it first started out, he used his own funds for that. And then like later on, when it's initiated, a lot of community got involved, UAW, different organizations. I was surprised because I had a chance to talk with him before he passed in 2020 of COVID, that he told me about a lot of stuff, about even history about him, that he was a POW, prisoner of war for years during the Korean War. And you told me about a lot of the history. So it is good that like I said, that to be involved and let the community know about unions, because I heard something real special was listening to, I can't think of his name. He come on in the morning on Sirius. I can't think of his name. Joe Madison. He was talking about unions. And that was the first time that people was calling in about unions, that he mentioned about how important unions are and how the benefit of unions are. And so, like I said, people do know us, and we just have to let the community know that how important unions and organizations within the unions, that how everything is started, and about the contributions. And thanks again, everybody.
Thank you, Oscar. Andela, you had something you wanted to share? Andela?
No, I was just saying, I learned about CBTU through somebody else. I didn't even know it even existed. So I am honored and happy that I'm in it now. And with Lois, talking about it and getting me involved as well, because I didn't think they did with educators, the UAW, the Teamsters and all them. We didn't think they did nothing, but now we know AFT is included in the union. So I'm happy for that. And
I've been trying to recruit their president for the last 2 years.
But I thank you for that.
Thank you. Any other new business? Any announcements? I have let me back up. Any good and welfare, excuse me, any good and welfare?
Yeah, good and welfare. CBTU and my personal website are back up and running.
Yes. Thank you, bro. We'll talk later. Yes. I kept sending people saying, if you want to join, go to the website. I can't. Okay. Thank you, Phil. Yeah. And Phil, we don't give you enough credit for all the behind the scenes stuff you do. Thank you, brother. You are a gentleman. Truly a gentleman. Any good and welfare? Good and welfare.
One more little short break that I mentioned in the e-board meeting but my city council had approved to change the name of one of the streets to Black Lives Matter Parkway, and so the actual signs are up now.
Is it Black Lives Matter?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Parkway. Yeah.
Cool. So Phil, like what is it, like a block, or is it like a throughway, more than one street?
It's about 2 blocks long, but it's
that's great.
It's off downtown, off the main street, So.
So you, Mr. Modest, tell us about your role in that.
Well, as many of you may or may not know, that part of my thing is I'm also a planning commissioner for the city of Ypsilanti, and so I push for a lot of things to happen, and I pushed against a lot of stuff too, because Ypsilanti is slowly be turning into the weed capital of to only be 3.5 square miles, we got
That's a lot of
22
weed.
weed facilities.
Wow.
Yeah, and so, but that was one of the things I was pushing for the, you know, along with the other dignitaries of Ypsilanti. And also there is a medium on Michigan Avenue that I've been trying to get them to remove because of safety issues, you know, because you had those mediums in the middle of the street, then you got emergency vehicles trying to come down and they can't get past because there's a medium in the middle of the road and you got 2 lanes of traffic blocked going both directions, you know, so we, you know, that's not, I hate for something to happen to one of my family members just because the emergency vehicle couldn't get there in time, you know, or delayed, you know, so we have to look out for not just personal, but public safety as well. And I wanted to add that my facility is mandating masks start Monday.
Yeah, I heard a lot of them. Yeah, Chrysler is doing it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's that time, y'all. And Phil, again, thank you. And thank you for opening the door for somebody I did neglect to mention. If you are a precinct delegate, I hope that you are on the ballot. If you are a former precinct delegate and you forgot to put your name on the ballot, or you want to become a precinct delegate, you still can write in. And Phil and Denise are examples. I'm going to talk about it in California. The power of CBTU activists getting things done. Just think if Phil wasn't on that position, he had been elected. I don't know who else would have been in Black Lives Matter sign. I don't know who would have been saying, let's fight the marijuana thing. So that's how important each of us are to this thing that we call community. So again, precinct delegate, if you are not on the ballot, you can go in and write in, get your name out there to your community. But we need to do that. Thank you, Phil. Tony Rich.
Yes, sir, Mike. Hey, real quick, I'm sorry I missed out on Goodwill. I mean, new
No,
business
you fine,
that I
Tony,
was
go
trying
ahead.
to bring to your attention. But I know you put it on Facebook page, and I know we have it on our Facebook page. But we do have Cedar Point tickets now available at the local Monday through Friday from 8 to 4. At the gate, they are I think $85 or $89.
Wow.
And we're selling them for $41. We're not making any money off of it. We're a nonprofit organization, so we're not there to make any money. We just give it to other locals, and we put our buying power together, and it ends up being $41. So they save more than half, more than 50%. And everybody always saying that, hey, look, it's just union members that's supposed to be getting these. No, it's not. It's for anybody. We're giving them out to the community. We're giving them out. We have churches come by, busloads that come by. $41. That's for any day of the week that they have them. Make sure you go to the website because I heard Cedar Point now is cashless. They don't have any cash out there that they accept cash.
Wow.
But anybody, you just send them they can come to the front counter and they can get as many as they want. All right.
So Tony, just for clarification, if we want tickets, we go to local 600, go to the front desk. Do we need to call ahead of time, or can we just drive up and get them, or how does that work?
Nope, you can just drive up and get them. As long as between 8 and 4, you can drive up and get them. They are non-refundable, and we do accept cash only. So for paying for those tickets, we do accept cash, but at the park, they are cashless from what my understanding is. And
you accept checks? Will you accept checks?
Nope, we're not them bouncing checks. We do not take rubber nowhere in local 600.
Just want to make sure everybody knows. Nobody come up there to check. Can't get it.
No. Cash.
And Tony, could you mention also while I got you on here, talk about the baseball game?
Yes. Well, we also have a Tiger Day. We always have every year. Local 600 buys about 500 tickets. They are $30 a piece. And we have those. And I know it's on a Saturday. I'm driving now, so I can't get the date.
Oh, be careful, man.
Mary might get the date for me.
I'll get what I'll do is I'll get it and make sure it's on our social media pages. But everybody just know, Tony, just tell them what it is, please. The family day.
Yeah. So what we do is, like we said, we're not out to make any money off of anything. So what we did is we got approval through General Counsel to subsidize the T-shirts. So what it is, it's a Tiger Day on a Saturday night, so all shifts and crews will have an opportunity to go. It's $30 for a ticket. You get a ticket. We have one area we always have with all our local 600 members there, and all our UAW and whoever else buys a ticket, because we got family days, and we usually sell out. We usually be up to $800. So you get a shirt that's guys. So $30, you're getting a ticket. And I think our tickets were like 24 or 26 this year for tags. So it's like a $4 t-shirt you're really getting, but they're nice t-shirts, real nice t-shirts. So you get that also. Once you get the tickets, we're taking the orders now, so we make sure we get all the shirts in. And before you go to the game, you will have shirts. Sure.
And one more time for that date, Tony, please.
That I'm going to give you in a few minutes. Give me 2 minutes because I'm driving.
Okay, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll put it on the. Don't be careful driving. I'll put it up on the. Cause we're about to end the meeting. I'll put it on the social media.
Yeah, Mary had it for a minute, but okay.
Oh, she got it. Okay.
You got a flyer? It's in July. Yeah, it's in July.
Okay, everybody. Thank you, Tony. Anything else, Tony?
No, that'll do it.
Okay, so before I close, we have a special guest, and I'll be introducing him in a moment. Vince, can you give us a brief update, or just let everybody know about the Bill Lucy School? We're working on it.
You asked for?
Just give them a brief update on the Bill Lucy School. We're still working on it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everything is coming together.
Come to you, Chris.
You said.
No, go ahead, Vince. Excuse me.
I said that where we at? Okay, my screen's moving around and stuff. Yeah, everything is materializing. We're as you're aware, we're at the point where we just have a couple of little things to hatch out, meeting wise with make a determination on DPS or consortium or both. So we're there. It's
getting close.
Yep, yeah, we're very close. It's a presentation it's real close to getting finalized for us to have our final meetings.
Okay. Thank you, Vince. Chrissy, she's gonna bring us an update on ETAP as well as anything else she wants to share. Go ahead, Chrissy.
Hi, everyone. I want to just piggyback also on what Vince was saying in reference to Sergeant at Arms. Sergeant at Arms are going to be very busy this year, a little bit more busier than kind of normal, because they will be helping credentials area with this proof of vaccination. Please, 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 we cannot reiterate it more than enough that everyone will need to make sure they have proof of vaccination. You're going to have to show it one time. Once you show that one time, then things will be made easier for you, that you don't have to continuously show it. But you will have to, that will be required to enter the convention space day one. Starting
no exceptions,
Tuesday.
right, Chrissy?
There is no exceptions and there is no refunds. No exceptions, no refunds. Two, if we are still, all of the committees are still, let me preface that. I don't think all the committees, I know credentials and Sergeant at Arms, we are still needing volunteers to assist with the convention. And please be mindful that this is an election year. It's not to say that there's going to be an election, but it is an election year. So your wearing of your badges will be more required than ever. So that's just normal protocol, that you will have to maintain the use of your badges, because that also will be your verification of that you have shown your proof of vaccination for the convention site area.
As well as for voting.
And as well as for voting. In regards to the ETAP, right now, most of you know, only Ford is involved in ETAP. So if you know of anyone that will be using ETAP, please let me know ahead of time. My phone number, most of you all already have. Please give me a call. If you got your voucher number, please give that to me. Michael, sidebar real quick. I did get that information from the one we still needed. So I got hers finally.
Good. I talked to her. Okay. Thank you.
So there is in not only and I'm doing forward, but I've been assigned all of UAW. So we know how many different unions are involved, locations are involved with UAW. Well, I've been tasked to handle UAW, all parts of it, as well as Ontario. So if you have any issues, especially those of us in Michigan, I am still your contact person, that if you have anything going on, please let me know ASAP. Don't wait till we get down to LA and say, well, Chrissy, I got an issue. Don't do that to me, please.
Please, y'all, please
So,
don't do it.
so
And they are being very, very strict, everybody. They've been very, and they have to be.
yeah.
So please help Chrissy out.
So if you all have any other questions, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call. All
Thank
right.
you, Chrissy, and thank you for your service to the organization in Detroit as well as the national. We have one more person, then we have our special guest, Tony Rich. You have your hand up, sir? Tony?
No, Mike, I believe that's still up from the last time.
Okay.
I'll take it down. Also,
Thank
but
you. Well, go ahead,
but if
sir.
you don't mind, real quick, I would like to say that the reason Ford has an ETAP program that covers CBTU is because I'm getting ready to toot my own horn that I'm one of the national negotiators that was on that team at the time, and I was on the education program, so we can make sure we had that access. So we're going to make sure we try to pass that message on to Chrysler, General Motors, so they can pass it on to other languages also too. Okay.
And other unions. Again, Tony, you just reiterated my point. Elections have consequences. I just went out and voted yesterday at my local, and only 10 retirees have been there for the convention. And for the UAW, this is an important convention. We don't vote, we don't exercise our power, we're doomed. Tony hadn't been on that negotiating committee, it wouldn't have happened. Phil had been in his position, it wouldn't have happened. Elections have consequences. Again, thank you, Tony. Thank you, Phil, for your service. One last good and welfare before I introduce our special guest. June 25th, the Michigan Democratic Party is having their first annual Continuing Building Dinner. It's going to be at Region 1. They're going to have dinner, cuisine, entertainment, DJs, a fundraiser. The governor's invited, Garland Gilchrist, Dana, all the top ticket will be there. It's a political event. If you'd like to attend, please feel free to go there. As we close, any other good and welfare, if I close it out? Thank you so much. As we get ready to close, you all know today, this month, is Mental Health Awareness Month. And many of you know me personally, besides my work in the community, who know me, my address, know the struggle I'm having in my family with a member who has mental health issues. It's very, very difficult, not only for the person that's suffering, but for the families that are dealing with this. I saw a man this morning walking down the street just talking to himself, and I thought about, the pain he's going through with that health condition. So with this being Mental Health Awareness Month, I asked a good friend, I had the privilege of, when I used to have a TV show at UAW, I had him on my program to talk about mental health issues. And he so graciously, in the middle of his day, stopped to share with us some information about mental health and help each other. I mean, we go through it, y'all. We'll tell, especially people in the African-American community. We look at therapy as something that's wrong, when really it's something that can be helpful. Without further ado, everybody, to talk about Mental Health Awareness Month, our special guest, our friend, our brother, Reggie Mills, the UAW Ford coordinator of the National ESSP program and Well-Being Program. Please welcome Reggie Mills, everybody. Reggie!
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Mike, for the introduction. Thank you for the invite also. Mike asked me to come talk about mental health awareness and what I guess Mike would like for us to speak on what we're doing with the UAW Ford department. And most of you are some of you have access to the UAW Ford social media sites that we have, and we constantly for this. We are. Oh, they coming. Hello.
Oh, okay. Hold on, Reggie. Whoever that is, could you mute, please? We have a special guest who's making a presentation.
I got
so could everybody, please. Thank you, Phil. Go ahead, Reggie. Excuse me.
Yep. So everybody, every week we put out something on social media in regards to mental health awareness, and and total well-being. One of the things we did with the in my department, being over the National ESSP program, ESSP and Well-Being Program, we started focusing on the whole you. So we are not only talking about the physical aspect of mental health, but we also talking about the financial aspect, total well-being when it comes to, in regards to, family, loved ones, dependents, and so forth. And one of the things we notice, especially with our younger generation, I call it the COVID residue. Even though, like COVID subsided, but now the numbers are going back up. What we started to notice was a lot of our teenagers, when they went back into school, was starting to have more mental health concerns. And with that being said, we started seeing our numbers spike up, and with our dependents who were starting to access, our benefit program when it came to seeking counseling and psychiatric services. And if it's not them using some type of substance, it's normally they are, starting to do physical harm to themselves. You see a lot of students now are cutting themselves, or overeating, not eating. And so we've been trying to focus on not only our workforce, but having our workforce pay closer attention to their loved ones at home. Me, myself, I constantly, I still see a therapist once a week. And for me, it's not as much as for the mental aspect of me, still grieving, loved ones. I just lost my mother last year and lost my wife 6 years ago now. For me, it's more like a life coach, just keep me on track, keep me on track with my schooling, keep me on track with, just things I want to be, little goals I set for myself, from, month, quarter to quarter. And I cannot express how much, we need to be focused in on our loved ones and just our coworkers who might be experiencing something. And if you see those aspects, if you're in the manufacturing industry, and if you're also a UAW member, most of our facilities have what we call an EAP or ESSP program. And we have resources in the plants where you can somehow guide somebody to that employee resource and say, hey, maybe you just need to have that conversation. Maybe you need to go talk to someone, and because it's nothing like losing a life to someone who's struggling with some type of mental health issue. Mike, did you want me to expound a little bit more?
Yeah, I wonder if people ask questions, but one of the things, Reg, I'd like to share with us before we end the meeting is the depression. We have so many of our coworkers, family members who suffer through depression, and there are different types of depression. It's not just, literally, we just see one, and one of the reasons I mentioned because it's in the media. Miss Judge, the country western singer who committed suicide. She had been suffering from depression for years, money, fame, great daughter's life, and she couldn't get out to bed because of the depression. And over the years, she finally took her own life, even if they talk about it publicly. So if you just talk about that, Reggie, and again, you mentioned it about look for the signs to talk to our family and friends and ourselves.
Yeah, and sometimes depression is kind of hard to seek out, right? Because some of us are functional depression. Some of us are high functional people, and we can function through our depression. And so many of us can function. We come to work every day, we perform our job every day. But a lot of times, when we go home, a lot of us, fall into this depressive state. And a lot of us would, I'll give you a prime example. For me, when I'm not on cue with things in life, I notice I would go home and I would just sit and I get on my phone, either I'm scrolling through social media, either I'm scrolling through the TV channels, and it's things that I need to get accomplished and I won't get accomplished. And 3 days later, I look back and I'm like, man, what was going on? And thank God I see a therapist every week. And what that's called is, you're slipping into a depressive state, It's something that's blocking you or your loved ones from being functional once they get to a quiet place. A lot of us, we suffer from loneliness. You know, a lot of us have lost, you know, close loved ones, right? People that we used to interact with, you know, friends, associates that we used to interact with after work. Hobbies, if you're not taking up a certain hobby or something like that, and you just you want the persons that like to be at home, you got to watch that depression sneaking in on you. And you know, some of us be at work, and we'll notice coworkers will become more withdrawn. You know, that coworker that used to be the ones that interact with you all the time, suddenly all of a sudden become withdrawn, and they become withdrawn, and they might not pick up a substance, but what they will do become withdrawn, and they look like they're tired and fatigued all the time. You know, so those are some signs of depression. But the other signs a lot of times you really won't know it unless you live with that person. And that's a scary type of depression, you know. A lot of people are always seeking out, you think you find, a lot of people think, as long as you're financially stable, you're paying your bills and you're doing all the things that society say you're supposed to do, you think you're functioning. You think that person is functioning, but it's a part of them that's missing out on something. Either they're missing out on self-care, self-love for themselves, or, some way gonna destroy their confidence. Somehow, some way their confidence got destroyed. So we got to be careful when we watching our loved ones or our coworkers at work. And Mike that's a good point, Mike. I mean, here go a famous person who doesn't have a thing in the world that we think about should worry about, but they suffer. Amy Winehouse was another. I don't know if most of you know the singer Amy Winehouse. She was the same way, suffered from depression. Phyllis Hyman suffered from depression. And it comes in many ways and many forms. Some people just don't have that outlet. Somebody might have some sexual abuse happen to them, or somebody might have some type of bullying happen to them. And don't think as an adult that does not happen within our households. I got a friend of mine right now who's going through something in her household where she is constantly feeling like she's being threatened by her, significant other. And, and trying to guide her to therapy is almost impossible because she don't feel like, a therapist can help them, and so it's hard. It's hard to, to help, especially in the African-American community. I don't know why we balk at it so much, but it's still we come with the stigma, keep everything in your house. Don't share nothing outside your household. And we got to get rid of that. I'm thankful that, for me, I'm a recovering addict, so therapy was, second nature to me, and it's still second nature for me. And actually, it's something I use as a weekly advice for me to move forward in life. And it's no longer I survive. I live through it.
Part of that, and with our culture, is what we went through, especially with the horrors of slavery, things that happen to families. Whether a man saw his wife being raped or his children being raped by an overseer. There's nothing he can do about it. And those cause mental health problems. You guys know I mentor men. This morning, I had a gentleman I was mentoring, and I was telling you earlier, I'll go into it right now. I was saying, you think about your problems. This man was telling me about his father, trying to be a father, the issues he was having. His father's in prison since he was 13 years old. His mother got a stepfather. Stepfather turned his mama out. His mama was a registered nurse. He turned her into an addict. And then he molested his little sister. So he's very bitter and he's angry. And he was talking about different things. He's having issues trying to have a relationship with his son and visitation. And he said he just lashes out at his friends. He's hollering at them, gets angry, he wants to fight them, all that. And I said, man, brother, you need to get some help for that. And that's what we do. And it could be in a marriage. It could be in a friendship. It could be with some coworkers. And that's one of the reasons. Thank you, Reggie, for being here with us. That for us to understand that. I would just share personal with you. I didn't know I had been through depression, but I was with the death of my wife and death of my mother. And I'm functioning, I'm doing my thing and taking this stuff, and I come home and be sad as hell. And because I didn't, lost my mother, my best friend, lost my wife, my best friend. So I just from my personal thing, man, it's real. And it took me a long time to understand that I was mentally ill dealing with that depression versus me just being sad.
And you know, sometimes I don't like use the terminology mentally ill. I always like to call it mentally challenged, because a lot of times when we put the ill there, it makes people feel, I think it gives them a fear of seeking out help, right?
What?
And I think sometimes we just change the terminology. You know, I'm seeking mental health, right? My mental health is somehow disturbed and I need that help, you know? And sometimes getting the help comes from seeking it outside of ourselves.
And we
You
should
know,
be
and,
ashamed to do that.
Right. And the toughest part about it right now, it's a high demand for psychiatrists, counselors, and therapists throughout the world right now, right? They are overloaded. So, you know, if you have a loved one seeking out help and they have problems, please feel free to pass my number along to CBTU members, Mike, and I have access where I can help them out to get with some counselors that we got. I also serve on Detroit Recovery Program here in Detroit, and serve on that board also. So we have ways and means to help people out if need it.
And especially for African-American therapists, I've talked to people and they said they don't feel comfortable talking to someone who's not in their culture. They may understand certain things because, and it is true, when we talk about some things, you know, again, in our culture, coming from the bowls of slavery to where we're at today, we deal with things, we cope differently. That's why we have high blood pressure, you know. But so let's take him up on that offer. Does anybody have any questions or like to say anything about Mental Health Awareness Month? Does anybody have any questions for Reggie?
I don't have a question, but I would like to thank Reggie for coming to CBTU.
Thank you for the invite.
Is there any other comments or questions? Well, Reggie, you want to close us out?
No, not really.
Well, I'll close us out. Oh, Vince,
for
is there a question?
Mike, and I know we got some further conversation to have, and we're going to also, I know me and you're going to sit down and talk about some other avenues where we can pass on information.
We got that men's health fair coming up and some other things. And Reggie's absolutely right, because you know we call it mental health. You all know we're about to do a men's health fair, and we talk about your physical, mental, and spiritual health, and all those are so important. So Reggie, I want to thank you personally, you know, because you're my brother, and you're also a CBTU member. So thank you for being here. Vince, you had your hand up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell Reggie, hey, I ain't seen you in a while, brother. It's good seeing you. You know, I miss seeing you, and thank you for coming and educating us as well.
Good to see you too, Vince. Been a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any other comments? Hearing none, again, Reggie, you know, from the bottom of my heart, my brother, thank you. This can be a very sensitive subject, especially to share. I don't like to share, you know, I had my bout with depression. First of all, I didn't realize it. But if I can tell somebody else, maybe they'll say, you know what, Mike, I went through the same thing and get well. So praise God, I'm well and doing well with my mental, physical, and spiritual health. So let's all stay well and look out for each other. Keep your eye, like Reggie said, having a conversation. Hey, Tracy, you okay? Hey, Ricardo, you okay? You know, because you know your friends. You know your husband, you know your wife, you know your kids. So look out, and you also know yourself and take care of yourself. I will entertain a motion for adjournment unless there's anything else we want to speak on.
So moved.
There's been a motion. There's a second.
Second.
And I'm asking you all to be healthy, to be safe. I understand COVID is still out here. Take care of yourselves. God bless you. And we'll talk again when we get back from the convention. It should be interesting conversation. Thank you, everybody.
Travels, safe travels.
Go with your button.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.